Okay, today we're going to make a recipe. It's based on white trash, but we do it for Halloween, so we call it Halloween trash. And so what you need is some powdered sugar, and this one's open, so I'm not going to pick it up. So you need just powdered sugar. We have two 12-ounce bags of white chocolate chips. I don't think this is going to be enough, so we have 2 squares of almond bulk we're going to use in there, so that's another 4 ounces. We have a 4-ounce box of Reese's Pieces, and this is just like a movie box. And we've got these new candy corn M&Ms, and this is almost a 10-ounce bag. And those are going to be mixed together. If you want more peanut flavor, like the peanut butter flavor, you can put more Reese's Pieces and less M&Ms, whatever way you want to do it. It's going to use 6 cups of cinnamon Chex mix, or cinnamon Chex, and then it's going to use 3 cups of Cheerios. And if you want to, you could switch out and use more Chex instead of Cheerios, or whatever you want to do. We're also going to use about 2 cups, or I'm going to do about 2.5, 3 handfuls of pretzels, and I'll take these and I'll break them into pieces. And then we're going to use 2 cups of cocktail peanuts in this mix. So the first thing I want to do is really just go ahead and mix my peanuts up, and I'm going to put them in a bowl. One thing you do want to have ready though is a cookie sheet, something with a lip on it, and parchment paper is what we use. That way the wax paper it melts. Parchment paper doesn't have a wax coating, and you'll need a pan, of course, to melt your chocolate in. So I'm going to start breaking up my pretzels, and if you get 2 good-sized handfuls, that's probably around 2 cups. I think that would be plenty, especially once I break them up. And I'm just going to take them and break them up, and then I'll come back. Okay, I've got my pretzels crushed up, and you can see they're not small pieces, but they're not huge pieces either. So now I'm going to take my cinnamon Chex mix, and it's easier if you go ahead and take it out of the bag, out of the box. And I'm going to need 6 cups of this, and this will probably use quite a bit of this. And now I need 3 cups of Cheerios, and again I like to take it out of the box, it's easier to deal with. And then we need 2 cups of mixed nuts, and I'm just going to pour them in here. Not mixed nuts, peanuts. Alright, so I've got let me get 2 cups of peanuts. You could use, whatever kind of nuts you like. If you like pecans, if you wanted cashews or whatever, you could put whatever you wanted to in here. I would think anything would be good. And then I'm going to put our candy in here. And again, the Reese's Pieces we always use the Reese's Pieces. But the M&Ms, you could use regular M&Ms. You could use Christmas M&Ms if you were making it for Christmas. Or you could use all Reese's Pieces if you want to. So just whatever you want to use. These are more Halloween-y colors, so that's one of the reasons we got them. And these are only available at Halloween. I think they're new this year, aren't they? I don't know if they're new or not. I might have to try one.
I'd like to try one too, because they're candy corn, aren't they?
That's pretty good. Got a different flavor to them. And they're big.
They taste, they're very sweet.
Yeah. I'm just going to mix these up the best I can. I need a little bit bigger bowl. I think I can deal with it. Okay, so now that I've got all my dry ingredients mixed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt my chocolate in a pan. If you have a double boiler, that's great. We don't have a double boiler, so I'm just going to cook it on really low heat till it melts. And then I'm going to pour it over here and just mix it up, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. The chocolate's melted now, and I had to divide my mixture up between 2 bowls because it was just so much. I knew I couldn't fold it if I had it in one bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. It stays melted a pretty long period of time anyway, but I'm going to try to pour about half of this over this mixture. Maybe a little bit more than half, because that bowl, I think, is a little fuller than the other one. If I need more, I can add more. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this up and try to coat as much of that as I can in my chocolate. And it'll get kind of thick, so you just kind of push it in there a little bit. And you're trying to get as much of the cereal coated as you possibly can without breaking the cereal up into powder if possible. That's why I'm kind of going around the edges and pushing it with the back of the spoon. Because if you really like stir it, you're going to just tear it up in big hunks. So, and it should be pretty dry. I mean, it's not going to be soaking wet with chocolate. It should be just coating it, not drenched like a bark is kind of thick on there. We just want it lightly coated. And actually, that looks about perfect to me. Now you could take this right now and put it on parchment paper and spread it out and eat it just like this. We, however, like to add powdered sugar to it, which adds, that extra little something to it. So what you do is you get a Ziploc bag and you just take, this already has some powdered sugar in it, but you just take this and don't throw any on the floor, but scoop in some of your mixture in there. You can see I've got about half a bag of mixture, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal it up to where it leaves just a little hole in the middle so it doesn't go everywhere. And really you're just going to take this and kind of mix it around with your powdered sugar, and you can see it kind of makes a mess, so you'll have to throw the bag away when you get done. And again, just shake it around in there. You can't mess it up really. I mean, just shake it. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take my parchment paper, and you want to do it fairly quick, do this whole process, but take your mixture and pour it out on your pan. And actually for this batch, it's almost individually coated. If you want chunks, like I'll probably work on my next batch, I'll do little chunks. I'll put less powdered sugar in there next time to where it just coats like hunks of the mixture. But I'm going to finish the rest of these up and I'll show you when I get done. Okay, they're finished. It made 2 huge batches. It made quite a bit. This was the first bowl that I made, and you can see it's a little drier and a little more separated. The second batch had more white chocolate in it, so I just didn't split it up very evenly. But you can tell they're in bigger chunks of stuff. So if you like the bigger chunks, which I kind of like the big chunks too, if you like that, just add a little. Make sure your mixture has got a lot of chocolate in it. It's not real dry.
Okay, I'm going to try some of this. I'm just going to grab a clump. Oh wow, that is so awesome. I could eat that whole pan right now. That cinnamon Chex makes all the difference in the world. We've had it with regular Chex before, and it didn't have near this flavor. This is awesome.
We got these treat bags. They're just plastic die-cut treat bags that have little candy corns on them. We got them at the Dollar Tree for $1 for 25 of them, so that should be more than enough. But people are going to eat them and throw them away, and you eat out of them and throw them away anyway. So why spend tons of money on little treat bags? And they come with the little twist ties so you can hold them together. Or you could use yarn if you wanted to be nice. You could use like yarn or ribbon or whatever you want to put. You don't have to just use a black twist tie. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a spoon and just scoop some in there. And if you want to get some from both batches, maybe a little bit of the drier mix and maybe some bigger hunks, do that. And then when you get it as full as you want, it's got this kind of tapered area right there in the middle. You just take it and you can give it a twist and pull off one of your twist ties and twist it around there and you're ready to go, or tie a ribbon. I would still put the twist tie on there to hold it together, but then you can tie a ribbon or a bow or a yarn or whatever you want to